Brodes Media.
I don't have the answers. I do not have the answers for you on how that could possibly happen. In what universe are they not ready to compete? They were not matching the intensity of the Miami Heat at all, and they got embarrassed by 35 points on the road in Game 5. The trend has been whatever squad was at home was going to have a magnificent night, while the other team struggled to get shots off and make the ones that were wide open, and the trend continued. So we'll see what happens in Game 6. If we're going to base it off of what we've seen, it's possible this puppy goes to 7, but I'm really irritated with what I saw out there, but I'm more irritated with the response to how Joel Embiid looked nationally. It was an embarrassment what was stated during the broadcast with the TNT crew at halftime. It was even worse what was stated during the broadcast when the actual game happened. It was even worse on what was stated on social media by not just Sixers fans, but other media members too, like Stephen A. Smith. And that's where my frustration lies more than the actual response by the team on the floor, which says a lot because I'm disturbed. I'm pissed off with the bad play. And quite frankly, they did not even show up mentally to play the game, which seems nearly impossible. But just to let you know, with how awful it was from that perspective, the fact that I'm more bothered by the tone and the message about the speculation might be the best word to use on why Joel played poorly, the way that it's being described about him being upset about the MVP is why he didn't show up. Not the fact that he was concussed just a couple days ago. Not the fact that he has a problem with his thumb, a thumb injury where he has a huge issue. He's playing with one thumb. The fact that he got hit in the face and he's playing with a broken face. No, none of these are the reasons why he's having an off night. No, that's not why he doesn't look the same. That's not why he doesn't look like the Joel Embiid that we're accustomed to. And if your response is, well, what changed? He looked fine in Game 3. He looked fine in Game 4. Yeah, it's called being a fucking human being and not being a robot. And when you play in the NBA, when you are battling these type of injuries, this is what happens. Not having any sort of reaction to it would be mind-blowing. Having a reaction to it makes sense. My guy was laying on the ground for 40 seconds after a ball hit his broken face that arguably might need some surgery to fix after the damn season, and he's battling through some pain. Let's not factor that into the equation at all. Let's just focus on the fact that Jokic won the MVP. Shut up. It's actually a fireable offense for everybody involved in whatever their job is. So the TNT crew, you should be fired. All of you. The broadcast, fired. I mean, it's idiotic. That's how bad. It's idiotic to think that way. I have screenshots of all the idiots and all the stupid people out there that were tweeting that I'm going to react to, because that's where I'm at. I'm not going to pretend and lie to you on how I'm feeling right now and where I'm most naturally reacting to emotionally, where I'm just so disgusted with the stupid people out there that don't want to utilize their brain properly, saying that Embiid shouldn't be out there. Embiid is crying about the trophy and not focused on actually winning a championship and helping his team. How can you honestly say that? How can you honestly think to yourself that your brain works if that's what you're convincing the world or attempting to convince the world on any social media platform, and yourself too? Because I think you're dumb and I think you're an idiot. So let's go through all of these people out there. Look, in terms of the game, I just don't have answers for you. They turned the ball over, and they were very sloppy. Guys weren't even paying attention. Passes from Maxey to James Harden, where Harden looked confused that the ball was even coming his way. There goes a turnover the other way, and the Miami Heat get an easy basket. They could not get the ball to Joel Embiid. I feel Miami did do a good job in that area to force it to be uncomfortable, but it didn't look like Joel was healthy enough to battle and to try and gain his space And oh, by the way, the passes, when they were trying to get it to him, those were abysmal too. And if your thought is that he shouldn't be out there, well, then who do you want to play? Because Paul Reed would pick up 8,006 minutes, which doesn't even make sense, but he would. And DeAndre Jordan blows. Even this is better than any other option if he wasn't to play. They got blown outs in game 1 and game 2 as well. You have the possibility, even if it's minor and it's not Joel Embiid's night, even if it's a small percentage based off the fact that he's clearly not healthy, you have a tiny possibility that something could happen, even battling these circumstances of getting hit in the face. And by the way, if you're the referee and you give Doc Rivers a technical when he's fighting for his guy that's playing with the damn mask and the ball smacked him in the face. Now, they were going for the ball ended up hitting him, all right? But you can't see, like, we're not here for you. We don't give a damn about you at all. We're not here to watch the NBA playoffs. Go, I can't wait to watch you tee up a coach when he's pissed off that his guy's down on the ground. Put your ball sacks up and just move the fuck on. I don't even know what that means, but stop being a bitch. That's my noise that I'm throwing at the referee's way. Stop being a bitch and just get worked a little bit by Doc, and then you move on to the next possession. Do you see what's going on here? I mean, it's obvious that the guy's fired up, trying to get his team going, and he's going to work you a little bit. Move on. Anyway, I don't have answers for you. Tyrese Maxey sucked. Couldn't make a damn shot. Was getting torched on the defensive side. They couldn't make inbound passes. They weren't focused. Or they couldn't make passes into the post. That's what happened. I don't know what to tell you other than that. That's what happened. How can it happen in Game 5 when all the momentum was on your way? I don't know. So it's tearing me apart inside. That's where we're at. But I'm outraged because of how many people can clearly not utilize context on why we're experiencing what we're experiencing. All right, games 3 and 4 look different. Today, clearly something was bothering him. Did you see the way he was out there? Don't tell me it's because, he didn't make the award. He didn't win the award, so he looked that way. Shut up! So let's go through the dopes today that we witnessed. Here we go. Tweet number 1. For all the people who are just willing to excuse the performance by Embiid because he is hurt, if he's on the floor, he needs to lead this team. He did it in 3 and 4. MVP vote or not, the energy is just not there tonight, and that can't happen. I'm not pretending like it's like, hey, don't worry, Embiid. It's okay. You're never allowed to make a mistake ever. I did not like his body language. I did not like his demeanor, okay? But to act as if the alternative is something that results in success and you would take that percentage, you're a fool. You're a fool. So I don't like it, and I need it to be different, but I also understand the circumstances that led him into looking that way. He's giving us everything he has, trust me. It's not as if he doesn't want it, and he's not trying to go out there and give you every ounce in his body. That's what he's doing. Unfortunately, it looked like he ran out of steam tonight. Who knows? Game 6 comes around. You're on your home floor. You get a couple days off here to get a little bit of rest that you need. Well, one day, but you get the one day, and then you get until Thursday night. So you get the full day Wednesday, and then you get the full day Thursday until Thursday night to go back out on the floor with a bit of a crowd that can get you more life. So, yeah, let's yank Joel Embiid off the floor. Real smart. Real smart. If there's side effects, this is from Fred. And Fred, I almost blocked, even though I don't believe in blocking people. I almost did. And you know it's in some sort of you are... I'll hold my breath here. If side effects are there, you think doctors, millions and millions of doctors, or millions and millions of dollars that these doctors are getting paid, that they would be allowing to play him? That's a bullshit take. He was fine the last 2 games. Listen to the reports. He wasn't talking all day and said little to his teammates all day, and he's fucking moping around feeling sorry for himself. It's pathetic. Take him out now. Fred, don't ever talk to me again. Fred, don't ever reach out to me again, because because I don't want to hear something so low and something that doesn't add up at all. At all. I want to see you go through what he's going through to be there for his team. You're not even in this circumstance if he wasn't showing his face over the last 2 games. Yeah, there's side effects that happen when you play. There's more pain involved. He got hit with a fucking ball in his face after breaking his orbital bone. What are we doing? Where else are we? Where else are we? Stephen A. Smith? Wasn't that Embiid was pissed over not getting the league MVP honors? Hey, he got my vote, but it wasn't like it went to some scrub. It went to the Joker, who Embiid respects. You just got to have more fight than we saw today. Ay, 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 ay. What are we doing out there? What is happening in the streets tonight based off of this game and the reactions? I'm embarrassed for a lot of them. I'm embarrassed for a lot of the national media, although they do have an agenda. It just blows my mind that you clearly know the storylines and you absolutely are aware of everything that's surrounding him with physical pain, where he's wearing a mask because he has a broken face and he has one thumb. And sure, he played well but in the previous games, but you're acting like that means every single game is just going to be absolutely perfect. And it's so unreasonable to think that at some point it's going to cause problems and it's going to cause an issue when he's on the floor. And because he is the leader and he is the emotional guy, that when he does look that off, it does tend to rub off on everybody else, but you can't pretend like that's not there. Those are physical, real issues that were there today. What you need then is Tobias to show up, is Harden to look better, get everybody else in their sets. You need to look around and demand for those guys to step up and have the back of their leader when he's clearly going through some pain. That's what needs to be done. That's where the focus needs to be more than 21 and the big man. But unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like it's going in that direction, and it's going to make it hard for me to sleep at night knowing that that's the case.